Timmy, you're too kind. You're too kind, mate. Thank you. And it's a no on Matt Rao. No on Matt Rao. I think it's too risky for mine. Doesn't have the upside. Who's my R3? Boyd at the moment. And Sammy DeConning's coming through a bit. I might have to do a bit of a separate video on him. I'm a bit concerned that the Cats will just throw Stanley in there and Blitzarves in there. I just think they'll throw it around too much. But what percentage ruck? Look, I think there'll be days where he's the number one ruck, and then I think there'll be days where they choose the matchups and he's full back. So unless we get a clear cut from Chris Scott, hey, this is the way we're going, or Stanley gets injured or something, but even Blitzarves can bob up. So, yeah, I'm not sold on it. Very risky. Saligo or Callahan, says Kyden. Callahan for me. 1% of sides, not getting enough love at all. TDK and Jackson, I like that. To be honest, I like that. Hey, Batty Bay. What's going on, mate? How are you? Rowan Marshall. Bit of an injury throughout the preseason. Touch and go for the first round. Probably happy to pass. Perryman's a no for me. Perryman's a no. We might roll over to YouTube as well. So thanks for all your comments. We normally do like 40 odd 50 minutes on TikTok and then just go to YouTube. So yeah, if you want to keep asking a few questions, feel free to come over to YouTube. But yeah, thanks for your questions. I think I've got a few names that people asked about a fair bit that I'll do a separate video on. But appreciate all your comments and all your follows. And yeah, I'll be live next week. I'll talk to you then. Thanks, guys. YouTube, hello. What is going on? That light annoys me. Where is it? That annoys me. And then it just moves. Fuck, bro. Oh, man. I need to move my fucking light, man. Sorry about the coarse language, guys. Oh, Langers. Yeah, thanks, mate. How's the reflection? Yeah, how's your garden tap, man? Huh? How's your garden tap, bro? All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay. Let's scroll back up and see what you bricks are talking about. Hope you're well out there. Cal, what's up? Short Aldino. How are we? I'm pretty good, mate. How are you? Thanks for jumping in. Langers, straight up. What the? Skibbity Ohio Riz? Langers, good to see you, mate. What's happening? Justin, damn, hopefully this was another road trip. Mate, there's a long time to go. Let's see what this internet does. You never know. Flag Blues even. Cherry and Gorn or TDK. I'd be going Tommy, but clearly we just want to see how it looks with old mate Pitnet if he's involved. Jackson, thoughts on Zorko, mate? It's a pass for me. I mean, the bloke's like 36. He'll have some good footy for sure, but I think once Coleman is back, has to affect him. Flag Blues, just got to see. Yeah, exactly. Just got to see if Pitnet's playing. That's it. Langers, how's the internet going? How's the car battery going? Is my life a joke to you, man? Oh, man. I have a real urge to be autistic right now. Respectfully, obviously. Thomas, Perryman, yes or no? It's a no for me. Unless he bangs the door down, it's a no from me. But thank you, Thomas. Just a Sanger. Simpkin is a one-hit wonder. Yeah, I said it. Just ask. Oh, Jimmy Webster. He knows about one hits. Oh, jeez. Well, for what it's worth, I do think Simpkin is a bit of a practice match trap. I wouldn't be getting too absorbed by that score. Langers, just sit your laptop on a book to raise it up. Well, aren't you just Mr. Answers, hey? Nah, it's a good point. I love you, Jake. Langers, when are we doing a collab? We need you on the channel. I'm putting you in a poll. Or am I putting my poll in you? What? Working on a couple of collabs coming through. So that'll be fun. Sam, Clayton Oliver or Will Day? Oh, Will Day for sure. I think it's almost like yesterday's hero versus like tomorrow's hero. I think Oliver might get back to some of his best, but if I wasn't convinced on Will Day, geez, the Pracky match the other day convinced me. TF, Cal, Sammy Lawler, yeah, that's a killer. That is a killer. He was going to be a very, very handy rookie for us, but not now. And then I heard that Ed Allen was named in the reserves team for Collingwood. So we're going to have to change that up. John, how tall are you? Very specific question. Well, nobody's 5'11", so I guess I'm 6 foot. Anyway, Luke, g'day, Shorty. How are you? Thoughts on the commentary team for Fox and Seven, mate? I'm pretty good, thank you, mate. I think Fox is my play, mate. I really like Hutto and Waitley. It's going to be saucy. I'll tell you what, I'd love people's thoughts, and I might do a poll on it next. No free-to-air footy on Saturday at all. And look, I'm lucky I've got KO, but not everyone can, afford a whole bunch of streaming services, and just the reliability of KO as well. Geez, I'd be interested to hear people's thoughts. Riley, Ashcroft or Oliver? Oh, that's tough. Oliver is probably slightly safer. Nah, fuck it. I'll go Ashcroft. Langers, which kid from grade 2 in 1992 did you steal your shirt from? Seriously, this Langers guy. I'm going to kill this man. Luke, g'day, Langers. How's things? Flag blues. Flag blues. All right, we've got Langers 70% yes, so he's coming in. Give me your thoughts on that. All right, let's have a bit of a look. Jeez, thanks for the comments, guys. I will continue to catch up. BM, need to switch out Nate Caddy in the forward. Who's a good forward for about 280k? Oh, I don't know if I'd dabble. I mean, I assume you have Caleb Daniel. I probably wouldn't try and search one for exactly 280. I'd probably just go to a Kako or a Dan Curtin or whoever you might find around a rookie price. Ryan Marrick, not the worst at 220. And then maybe use that cash elsewhere. But yeah, don't stress too hard about that one yet. Those options will unveil themselves through the practice games. Abe, is Matty Rao worth putting in my team? No, I don't think he is. Very good contested player, but just doesn't find enough of the footy consistently. He worries me, to be honest. Langers. Jackson, bit worried. Max Holmes injury prone. Is he a lock for his price? I think he's a lock. Look, he's not the first young player to have a few injury concerns and then produce a really good block of footy. Yeah, of course, being a hamstring, it's let him down a couple of times. Yeah, there's a bit of risk for sure, but I'm happy to take the risk at that price. Amusement, all capitals. What I was in the other stream, you below average human. Now I have to wait a lot of business days to get an answer. Mate, there's only been one stream. What are we talking about here? But good to see you. I love you too, man. Anthony, do I keep Andrew Brayshaw? Look, I'm not going to talk you out of him. I think he's a guy that will just give you 110. He'll give you 1.8 or 111, like somewhere in that range. Very consistent. But are there guys around his price that could nudge 115, like a Luke Davis-Uniacke? That's what I think, but he's a very safe, reliable bet. And we are 50-50 on the poll. Very interesting. Ben Brown, what's your thoughts on Tom Duday? Has averaged 85 in the past. Think he could get the third tall innocent role. Well, last I read that he was going to miss the start of the season. That's the last I read. So he certainly had an injury concern of some description, which would be enough to rule him out for me. That would be my thoughts. Flag Blues. Thoughts on Sarong? Oh, definite lock. I mean, not a lock. You don't have to have him, but if you've got him, very, very reliable. One of our better midfield premiums. Just let me fill up my water, guys. Abe, do you reckon Matt Rowley's good to have in my team? I think I answered that one before. It's a pass for me. Luke Simpkin will probably start the season terribly like last year and then pick up form. Yeah, I'm happy to pass on him as well, Lukey. Dusk or dawn? Oh, mate. I'm definitely a nighttime guy. You won't catch me early in the morning, mate. Langers, Lukey boy going well. Lovely. BM, is Tom Green worth it for the midfield? Well, I hate to break it to you, mate. He's missing the start of the season. Tommy Green's pinged a calf, so rule a line through him. Dan, should I trade Dacos for TDK to get some extra money, or do I do already have Cherry? I would prefer DeConning if Pitnet stays well away from the ruck. Yes, that's the way I would go. I think that would be my play. Justice Sanger, nah, we know you're actual 5'4" on a good day. Nah, all transparency, fully there. I would be, I'd be like 181 or something like that. I think technically we are 5'11". The shame. Amusement, what are your credit card details? Jack, thoughts on Sarong, LDU, and Butters, the main three? Yeah, can't fault them. If you can afford it and it works in your structure, lock it in. Langers, Hutto and Jared, or Shorty and Langers? Who are the fans really wanting to hear from? That's it, mate. And yeah, so 54% to no free-to-air footy on Saturday went hate that, and then 46 said don't care, I use KO. And to be honest, I'm in the I have KO, but I do care, like, because I feel like that's a stitch up. Everything's more expensive these days. They bump the prices up at KO. Every price goes up. And then they just take away the free to air. Come on, man. I don't know. Travis, Levi named for Lions. That's positive. That is very positive. Be very keen to see how he goes. Abe, let me in, please. Well, you're in, mate. You are welcome. Ben, as a Geelong man, Shorty, does O'Sullivan get a run? Yes, he does. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Did all the right things for the preseason and then backed it up in the practice game. I would be confident he would play. Jack, hey, mate, just got a question about this Shorty guy. Good pick, but heard his internet is shit. See how that goes in the practice matches. Yeah, definitely. I hear it's inconsistent sort of form. I mean, at his best, it can be entertaining, but next minute the internet goes on him. So tread with caution with that bloke, I think. Travis, have Fox. Fair, that's fair. Dan, I hate it, but also don't care because I have KO. That's fair. Just as saying it, Langer's got some funny comments, but I feel like I got an answer for his shirt question. It definitely was torn. Wow, that's so brutal. And then he just casually goes in. Oh, no, that wasn't you. I thought you just went from a comment like that into asking about Liam Duggan, but that's James, not Just. Thoughts on Liam Duggan? Is he going to play midfield this year? Yeah, I'm hearing he will play midfield, but not one that I would consider. I just feel like the points in the midfield, not that there'll be stacks for West Coast, but I think they'll probably go more so to Kelly and Reed. Luke McMahon, that's good, Langer. Say hello to the footy department. Nice. Travis Garcia likely to play round one. Yeah, I'm hearing a bit of good stuff about him. Probably one to watch for me. I don't know quite enough about him, but bit of a hype guy, bit of a pod hype guy. James, McRae or Short, mate, if you had to take one. Definitely McRae. Definitely. Cheaper and more of a lock or more of a premium chance, I reckon, in the forward line. Amusement, have you enjoyed the Suns' Facebook content? I know you'd be aware of it. The website is for your demographic after all. No, you'd have to bring me up to date, mate. I saw their pink jumpers. Don't know about that, but Jackson really tempted on Sicily, to be honest. Yeah, I love Sicily. I mean, my only drawback would be that I feel like there'd be a time where he does have to play forward, and that worries me a bit. But down back, yeah, he's even got a bit of value, to be honest. Noah, hey, short. How is this midfield? Sarong, Ed Richards, Rosie, Oliver, and Callahan. I do like Finn Callahan. I do. I am sensing breakout this year. And in fact, let's chuck it to a poll. I feel like he has to be at that price. He's got to be 100 plus, doesn't he? He's got to be 100 plus. But be very interested to hear your thoughts. Like, you don't want to pick a guy at 450 and he just averages 95. I feel like we need more than that. Jonas Shawsey, what do you think the Chol grabber Jaden Short will average? I think he'll average about 93 or 94. It's awkward. I don't know if it's enough. I don't think he's back to his high 90s, but he'll be improved. Flag Blues, love the H2O. Yeah, mate. Got to stay hydrated, my guys. What's even on here? I don't even know, bro. Justin, I'm over updating team. I'm having a selection block as soon as I pick someone as pod. They do nicely in a pracky game and everyone I know jumps on them. I know. Isn't that frustrating? Sometimes when you've got a pod, it's almost like you don't want to, like, you want to see enough, but not too much that everyone gets on them. So, yeah, it's a tough time of year. Like, I sort of want that with Will Ashcroft. Like, I want him to do well, but I don't want him to dominate that he's in like 50% of teams. Luke, going all right, Shorty. I hate for the KO call up how they for the top 6 they bloody went for people with social media presence. Yeah, that I didn't realize that. Yeah, you'd kind of think an opportunity like that, you'd go for someone that just has, a fresh start and feel like social media presence. They're already doing all right. So no, I'm with you there. Jackson, I'm confused about Matt Flynn. Is he playing? So he's had a few concerns around his back, but when he did play against the Tigers, he was the main ruck. So the role, it seems like, if fit, the role's there, but there's got to be a big doubt on the fitness. So that's a worry for me. Travis, Zorko D1 to start the season with Wangane, Miller, Rivers, Mills. Wow, Trav and Pryor with Leake and Allen on the bench. That is bold. Look, the only reason I don't like Zorko is because I feel like after a month or so when Coleman comes back, it has to change his role, doesn't it? Not like he might still be half back, but it has to alter how he's going. Plus, he's 36, so he could just drop away regardless. So I'd pass, but I like your bravery. Regan, thoughts on Rivers? I just don't think he's going to... I feel like we need mid-time. To me, he's not like a rebounding intercept half back, so I don't think he's going to do the premium work as a defender, but we need him as a mid. And unless Petrarca's out or, someone like that, I don't know if he's going to get in there enough. So probably a pass for me. Amusement. Saw Quaynor at the Ocean yesterday. Unfortunately, he did not have a shirt on. I'm going to steer away from that. Luke, would have loved to see Shorty Langus or Tyson on the Super Saturday coverage, but that won't happen. Oh, maybe one day, mate. Maybe one day. John, you watch NBA. I don't, sorry, mate. I don't. Probably more just your footy, cricket, tennis operation. Andy T, g'day, Shorty. Love the primetime live sessions on a Wednesday. Thank you, mate. Love to see you. What's your thoughts on Zach Guthrie this season? Could be increasing kick-ins this season. I think he probably would stay similar. I think Geelong share the kickouts a little bit. I know Tui's not there and maybe Duncan's not there as much. So, yeah, maybe. There might be a slight increase in his numbers. He looks very accomplished now, but not enough to pick, in my opinion. Ben Brown, is Nevitt best 22? Mitch Nevitt. All the preseason hype would say yeah, but I can't see it. I cannot see it. Like, you've got Holmes, Dangerfield, Smith, Bruins in there too. Blitzarv's in there. That's 5. Look, I think he's every chance to be best 22, but I don't know if he's going to get... I think there are better options, to be honest. How do we go on Callahan? I think he will go... I think he's breaking out. I think he's probably 100 plus. And only 13%. Wow. And 30%, 85 to 90. The disrespect. Wow. Look, I think Callahan minimum 95. I'm putting that out there. Minimum 95. But I appreciate your thoughts. Where are we going? It always scrolls to the bottom after I look at a poll. Amusement. Oh, yep, I went there. Yep, saw that. Dan, what are your thoughts on Gorn steer clear? I'm happy to play around him, if I'm honest. I just kind of feel like Cherry's the main guy. Gorn's been so good for so long, but how long can he shoulder this load at this price with his injury history? He's been good. Like I always talk about his knees and stuff, but honestly, he backs it up. He doesn't get injured much, but I'd prefer to go elsewhere. G Money, hey Shorty, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you, mate. Going nicely. Good to hear from you. Currently got Sicily in my team, but should I find extra cash and go for Whitfield? Oh, I reckon you just go Maxi Holmes, mate. That's where I'd be going. But I probably would go Whitfield. Just a slight concern. Maybe he might play forward at times, but I just don't like having that in the back of my mind that he could play forward. So depending on the game scenario, depending on someone else's injury, I don't like that he could be swung forward. Ashton, what do you think about Pal Pepper for 180k? No, I think there's better options. I don't feel like he's ever been a fantastic scorer, more of an impact player, plus the body's all over the shop. I think there's better options. Blake says Sam de Conning. Understand the hype, and he did average 95 as a first ruck for 5 weeks last year, but I'd need to get some serious clarity from the coaches and someone say in the media, yep, Sam's our guy. Stanley's going to play twos. We're going with de Conning, because my gut feel is that de Conning will be first ruck at times, and then we'll go Blitzarves 50-50, and then we're playing against Cherry, so we need a bit of support because de Conning's a lighter frame, so Stanley comes in. If I know Chris Scott, he's going to juggle the rucks, which worries me. James, anyone starting Lockie Neal, bit of a pod with 7% ownership? I'm not. The only reason is I think with an aging mid, slight injury cloud through the preseason. By all reports, he's through it. But, yeah, coming off a flag, shorter preseason, older guy, just feel like there might be better options. But he is a proven performer. Amusement, good grief. You live under a rock. Suns have been hacked about 5 times in the last 2 days. On a serious note, thankfully they haven't posted it. Genuinely did not know that. So there you go. Did not know that. Maybe I do live under a rock, mate. Josh, hey Shorty, hope you're well. Thoughts on Nankervis? Thank you, mate. Hope you're going nicely yourself. It's a no from me. I think Nank's a good ruckman who had a fantastic year and averaged 110. I don't see him as like a year upon year 110 guy. I think last year was just a fantastic year, maybe a career bester. But I probably see him more of a 95 to early 100s. So I wouldn't go with him. Jonas, Shorty, the Avalanche drinking chocolate craps all over the all sugar Milo. Avalanche drinking chocolate. Now, where am I purchasing this? Is this just a little Coles or Woolies buy, or are you getting fancy with me? Jackson, mid is looking good. Bont, Butters, Dacos, Sarong, Oliver. Whew, that is big. See, I'm going a totally different approach. I have one midfield premium, so a bit risky. Connor, g'day, big fella. Hey, mate. How are you? Good to see you. Amusement likes Rivers, but with his unpredictability from a lack of previous quality scoring, I thought that was a bit too serious for you. I'd like Lakes, and I won't laugh. It's not funny, man. My Grovedale King Mitchell. Grovedale getting a shout out. Who would have thought? Anthony, do you think I keep Toby Bedford? We got to hope we're not serious there. Jonas, Cam Guthrie. Yep, your emoji is correct. 2 injured. Don't think he's going to play start of the season anyway. Galaxy Wolf. Shorty, how are you? I missed you so much. Thanks, mate. How are you? What's going on? Hope you're well, my friend. I hope you're well. It's always good to see your name pop up in the comments. There's a lot of familiar names actually popping up. I love that. It's good to see. Ian, rank these cheap mids in order of likely to play most games. Lawler, O'Sullivan, O'Driscoll, Smith, Ed Allen, Ashcroft, and Draper. All right, there's a few there. Number 1 is Smith. 2 would be Lawler, when fit, obviously. 3 would be Ashcroft, given he's fit. 4, I'll give 4 to O'Driscoll. I think like Draper when playing would be a better scorer, but I think O'Driscoll's probably more cemented. And you asked about the games, then Draper, then O'Sullivan, then Allen. And I would have had Allen a bit higher before I heard that he was in the reserves team for the Pracky. So we'll wait and see on that one. And Craig's in the house, another familiar name. How are you, mate? G'day, Shorty. Hope you're good, mate. Looking forward to a big Hawk year. Hope the cat's okay for your sake. Thanks, mate. What are your thoughts on Stewart and Holmes? A lot of talk about O'Sullivan. I like Dave. Now, thanks, mate. I hope you're going well also. I think Stewart and Holmes are great options. Currently got Holmes in my team. And yeah, I think Stewart looked back to his sort of halfback best. I don't think he'll be thrown in the midfield too much unless he's trying to shake a tag. Yeah, O'Sullivan, very solid. Has to be a strong chance for round 1. And I love Will Day. Oh, he's in my team for sure. Very excited about him. Braden, sneaky late draft options for the forward line. Or Ryan Marrick and Hutchison come to mind, but Hutchison's probably got a bit of hype. Who else is there? I mean, you're an Essendon man, aren't you? I mean, Ben Hobbs, maybe. I don't know. Is he best 22? Not sure. Feel like the forward line's pretty well founded. Like, I feel like everyone's onto it. Jonas, Max Homeless is a bummer. Galaxy, I have an update on the love life. Yeah, mate. Don't think I wasn't wondering. Not sure if you recall, but at the end of last season, of course I recall, mate. We were talking some love advice. Had a little something going on with a girl at work. Oh, and that's all he said. Oh, okay. We were seeing each other for like 3 months, but not anymore. Fuck. So work is fun now, having to deal with her every day. Oh, fuck. That's a stinger, man. Look, these things, mate, sometimes they just don't work out. But it sounds like you gave it a shot. Sometimes if you like them, you got to take the risk at work. You know, it's a bit risky, but hopefully it's not like a long-term career job. You know, hopefully it's just like a little side hustle that you can, quit at some stage and get away from that, because that would be awkward. But I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I'm sorry to hear that. Luke, did you watch the match Cats v Hawks Pracky, Shorty? And if you saw some of it, what did you think of the game? Yeah, watched it all. Watched it all on the KO replay for $40 a month. Yeah, I thought it was pretty much what you'd expect. The Cats looked sharp. The Hawks were strong. It wasn't too intense. It certainly felt like a practice game. But yeah, I thought the Cats' skills and transition was impressive. So I was happy with it. Yeah. And no injuries. That's about all you want as well. Mikazo, g'day, Shorty. Thoughts on Sweet as R2? How are you, mate? I don't think he's got the upside, and I don't think he's got the value. So at that price, what is he? So Sweet, he's 480. I mean, you're picking him to be a keeper, and I just don't see him going 110, and that's what we need. Not too far north, you've got DeConning and Luke Jackson, who I think are better prospects. Amusement, can you chuck the red, white, and blue on, please? Be as average as you like. Just don't get injured. Yeah, I know. Treloar, Jones, Waitman. Mate, what is going on there? James, how about Jack Graham, Shorty? Oh, no, I don't think so. I feel like there's maybe if we were struggling for options, but I kind of feel like we've just got a stack of options in this forward line around the mid-price area. So I don't feel like we need to jump at someone like him. He'd really have to convince us. Galaxy Briggs at R2, by the way. Again, pretty similar to Sweet. I don't think he's got that ability to go huge, and it's not like he's priced as a bargain. So would pass. Dreezy, Andrew Mackey confirmed SDK Ruck. Did he? Did he? Now, if I Google that, will I find it, or did you hear that on the radio? I don't know if I'm one day ago. Interesting. Here we go. He has spent the summer preparing to play Ruck. Yep. So to get the confidence out of playing a game of footy, he's done a great job. He's done a lot of work physically. I thought he was really. Yep. Interesting. Well, yeah, okay. If that's pretty positive, I would be very much considering him. If he is our number one ruck, locked and loaded, I would strongly consider. Luke, does Tom DeConning sign on Shorty? I think he does. Yeah, I think he will. Not really. Don't have stacks to base it on, but I think he will. Jackson, Darcy Jones for Coleman. The little helmet. Oh, man, imagine. Bear with me on the comments. We'll do our best to get to them all, guys. Jack, thoughts on Mason Cox? Saw him at the beach yesterday. I'll tell you what, as bloody tall looks like a lock to me. Oh, Jackie boy. Ben Brown, can I go Cherry and English? Both have the round 12 bye. Oh, feels risky to me. I probably wouldn't. I'd be happy to pass on English. G Money, Shorty living under a rock would explain the shit-ass internet reception. Yeah, I know. I think about this time last year, we were just about heading to the car, I think. Also, the battery's getting a bit low. Bear with me. If it's not one thing, it's another. Nice. I think. Yeah, we're charging. Cool. Ashton, who should I get as my second ruck with 530k? With 530, I would go Jackson. I think he falls just into that range. Yeah, I'd go Jackson because DeConing's a bit more expensive, is he? Yeah, go Jackson, I reckon. Galaxy, I got back from Europe a few weeks ago, and it was a beauty, shorty. Love the hostel life. Nice, mate. Yeah, that would have been sick, bro. Like, you would have met some cool people, I imagine. That's sick. It's also Bailey Dale season, by the way. Yeah, a bit of should get plenty of ball, so don't mind it. Not one that but I don't mind it. Jonas, Avalanche drinking chocolate from Colesworth. Use 1.5 sachets, a little bit of milk, and boiling water. Okay, I will do my best to try that. Luke, apart from Ken Hinkley, what coaches do you think lose their job at the end of the year? Well, I don't know if they'll lose them, but ones that are definitely in need of showing something. Matty Nix, Longmuir at the Dockers. Who else? Honestly, like if the Roos don't fire up, Clarko would be under a bit of pressure, and I think Beveridge also. Detroit, could you tell me who did decent on the prackies? If not, that's fine. But I was working and couldn't see anything. How are you? No, I'm good, thank you, mate. That's all right. Look, I didn't see West Coast and Richmond. I'll probably post a YouTube short with. I did some notes, so I did like it's on my TikTok, but I want to start doing a few I really like those videos where they do the notes and stuff. So I was doing like I don't know if you can see like that sort of thing. But yeah, from what I saw, Holmes is playing the role exactly that we want to see. Stewart was good. Will Day was electric. So was Newcomb. Connor O'Sullivan showed a bit as a rookie. Other game like Sardis looked good. Sanders looked good. Honestly, probably only Parker's been the one that I've been like, ooh, that didn't probably live up to what we wanted. So, but yeah, stay tuned on some notes. Jack, thoughts on Jed Walter, my Palm Beach Lions guy? I think he's in for a good year, like a better year. Probably not one for the SuperCoach. Galaxy Wolf, I'm switching to full time at the lab, so you better do some weekend streams. Otherwise, I'll have to try and hop on here during my breaks. No way. Geez, that's rough. What time do you have to work till then? I actually will be doing some weekend streams. So what I want to try and do, and it'll probably be just on TikTok. What I want to try and do is have the scores on TikTok Studio. And I don't know if I can do it on YouTube or not, but I want to have the scores live, like above me, and then going live. I don't know. I have to play around. Braden says Ben Hobbs is fringe, even with Parrish. Not good. Yeah, I must admit he didn't look. He's not very penetrating at all, is he? Like he can find it, but he didn't even look big. Like I recall him being like a big-bodied mid, but he didn't even seem that. So yeah, I don't know. G Money. Usually the younger brothers are better players. Nick Dacos better than Josh. People saying Levi will be better than Will. Crows fans are excited about Dan Curtin's brother beef curtains. Yeah, that is sometimes the case. I mean, Scott Selwood may disagree, but yeah, I get your point. Look, I think they'll both be guns if what the reports are to be correct. So watch this space, eh? Jackson, is Sheasel overpriced? No, I think he's priced at about where you're probably going to expect him. I think he'll average in and around and maybe above 115. So, yeah, I think that's about right. Ian, starting 3 primo rucks at the moment. Cherry, Gorn, and English in a flex. Wow. Look, I'm not as red hot on English, but I love the approach. I mean, it's gutsy. It's gutsy for sure. Galaxy, yeah, we gave it a shot, but I don't think she was ever 100%, unfortunately. It's definitely not a career job, thankfully. Probably will look for a new job by mid-year. Yeah, look, unfortunately, bro, we give these things a shot sometimes, and yeah, sometimes they do not work out. But at least you're not going to die wondering. At least you gave it a crack, and if you didn't take your shot, you'd be like, "Fuck, didn't even try." So Noah thinking maybe Josh Kelly, shorty with Green out. Oh, I don't think Kelly is that type. He's more your wing, occasional centre bounce. I think Finn Callahan is the guy, more of that bigger body, inside and outside. Kelly's probably been someone we've always pondered about being a 110 plus, but he rarely has been. Like he has had some really good years, but I feel like he's a hard one to judge. So unless we really see it, then yeah, if we see it, then yeah, I'm in. But I'll be very interested to see what the lineup is on Friday night against the Swans. Anthony, should I keep Bailey Dale? Yeah, definitely. He's a good option. Like a bit of point of difference. Rebound defender. He's definitely the main guy with Richards in the middle and Daniel off to the ruse. So yeah, definitely. Ashton, do you reckon Ryan Marrick will share kickouts? Yeah, I do. I noticed he didn't play in the practice game recent, which I was like, don't know why that was. So bit of a red flag. Watch this space. But yeah, I'm pretty optimistic on him. So yeah, definitely a pracky game watch. Jonas, the cherry picker beat up on all the backup ruckmen at the end of the season with tougher matchups to start the season. Gorn might put 20 points on him. Jeez, I don't know if he just beat up on the rucks. Like we're talking about a man who averaged 125 or something. So I think he beat up on quite a good lot of rucks, but maybe harsh on Cherry there. But I'm not going to diss Gorn. He's also a good option, but not for me. Luke, Shorty, did you see that Southport bloke and Dom Brew missed out on a spot at the Bulldogs list? Yeah, just so stiff. At least one of them should have got the spot. Yeah, who did get it? Because, yeah, I thought it was a battle between them. So that's harsh. That is harsh. RJ Ripper. Thoughts on Finn Callahan early with Green out? Ed Richards as well piques my interest. I don't know if Richards can go. I think he averaged 98 last year. So at that price, you need him to go 110. I don't know if he's that guy, but he has shown signs. And I like Callahan. Currently in my side, just feels like he's a physical beast. I know he's played mainly wing and he's a classy left footer, but don't be mistaken. He's an inside bull who can break the lines outside as well. So I'm very excited about him. Jack Boyle, serious question. Thoughts on Mackay, Coleman now that Kerno is out? Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, he's certainly in the early parts of the season, a lot more balls should go through him. So, yeah, he's every chance. But you could cut it both ways. Maybe he just gets the best defender more often and doesn't get that coverage. So, but he's always half a chance for the Coleman for sure. Detroit says Harley Reid is a shout. I'd take him over McRae, to be honest. Look, he's definitely a shout, but I certainly wouldn't take him over McRae. I mean, McRae is a forward. All he needs is an average in the mid-90s to be a premium, where Reid is competing against a lot. And it'd be an absolute amazement if Reid was a keeper, where McRae, very, very good chance at being that. Liam, Wanganeen Miller versus Sicily. I'd actually go Wanganeen Miller. I just don't know about this forward role with Sis. I don't know. Tough one, but yeah, I'd probably go him. Galaxy, I did actually meet a Melbourne girl in Milan and she came to Venice with me. Oh, Jesus Christ. For a New Year's, which was fun. I bet it was. But then she found her now boyfriend later in the trip. So that was a loss. So we had to cop. Geez, we're copping some L's here. Fuck, we need some W's, my guy. But that's okay. We keep pushing. Shorty's looking for some W's too. That's okay. Where are we? Amusement. Sydney get Jamara. West Coast get Warner. Dogs get Butters. Dogs get Butters. Where's that one coming from? Port get a bunch of picks from West Coast. Who says no? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I can see a couple happening. Maybe not in that scenario. It's brutal. Yeah. When's the quiz? Says G Money. Quiz will be back when we're at the start of the season. There's just not. I need a bit of footy content to work with on the games to build up my quiz, but it'll be back this year. Galaxy working 4 till midnight mostly, which is pretty shit. Wow, that is rough. That's gonna give the body clock a bit of a smack, isn't it? But look, hopefully you can take your lunch break around 7 or 8 or something, and maybe we can see if you're a bit. Jackson, Sheasel, Whitfield, Holmes, Mills, good backline. Thoughts on it? Yeah, definitely. Like, that's very similar to mine, except I have... Who have I got? I've got Houston instead of Whitfield. So, yeah, I like the structure, mate. The New Year's Eve goal kicking comp at Burleigh. Yeah, mate. Take me to Burleigh any day. Disco Pants. What are some of the other flex strategies floating around? Apologies if you already covered it. By the way, great channel, mate. Oh, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Look, I'm really hesitant to overcomplicate the flex. I just see it as another guy that can score and another position for us. And what do we need at the start of the year? Cash. We need cash for upgrades. So I've quite simply placed a rookie there to make me money, an extra cash cow. I've seen some other people going with a riskier option. I would still value the flex as much as your F2 and your R4, or whatever you want to call M4, you know. I wouldn't, just because it's a flex, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'll just throw him in there. Like, it's still valuable. You don't want to just waste it. And then I've seen others, going with the get as many rucks as we can strategy. But I strongly recommend, a rookie. Leon, hey, Shorty, thinking about Perryman. Thoughts? Not for me. He just hasn't quite shown it to me yet. I don't really see him being the main half back. I don't really see him being one of the key mids. Maybe a part in both. But yeah, he'd probably have to convince me with a good couple of practice games. Macca, hey, Shorty, who's your go-to since Tom Green out? Yeah, so I think I went just to like a bit of a swapping in the premiums. I just went Houston down back, but I have also played around with having Callahan in the side too. So Jack says big. Not sure what the reference was, but thank you, mate. Amusement, like I said, Daniel, you got the spot at the Dogs. No one got it because we're weird and have some other strategy. That absolutely won't work. Mate, I can't wait. Can't wait to make the debut. Jonas, Shorty, how about adding hydrolyte tablet, apple black currant to your water for a bit of flavour? Good stuff. I like that, mate. Look, probably not something I've dabbled in, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. Going to smash a Milo after this. Just absolutely smash one. But Josh, Shorty, still rolling the mustache, I see. Ballsy move. John Newcomb versus Max Holmes. Thoughts? Look, I'm going to give that to Max Holmes just because I think that defender status just makes it easier for him to be a keeper. When Newcomb, you'd have to really bump those numbers. Josh Martin, thoughts on Isaac Rankin? Yeah, I'm massive on him. He's one of my guys. I see him averaging just as well as Horn Francis, yet one's in 50% of teams and one's in like 19. So I'm all about him. Think he's a great option. Anthony, do you recommend any players for around 334 and under? Oh, do you want to give me a line? Give me a line. I mean, I think it's probably not a stack that, are unique. But yeah, give me a line on that and I'll have a bit of a look for you. Maybe Shorty we will see. Yeah, I can't remember what that was in. We need some W's ASAP. 100%, mate. 100%. Galaxy, it's okay, Shorty, we'll cook. Yeah, mate, I've got faith. We're a couple of quality guys, Give us time. Just give us time. Just like a big key forward, mate. You got to keep getting to the contest, You'll clunk a couple soon. Magpies, hi, Shorty. Thoughts on Will Brodie? Look, haven't heard much about him, which sort of suggests to me that he's not overly relevant. So, yeah, I didn't catch all of the All-Stars game, but I don't think he was playing, was he? Correct me if I'm wrong, but no, I think that midfield's moved past him. So, I don't think so, mate. Just a saying, what's the difference between Justin, Ryan, and Shorty? This is interesting. Nothing. Both have a little bit of autism about that. Yeah, well, I'm not going to. Maybe a few more differences, but I'll wear the autism. Detroit, been struggling a lot mentally. Happy that I can watch you to finish my night. Oh, mate, I appreciate that. I hope you're going okay. And hey, bro, feel free to reach out. Video. I don't know if you saw it, but I did a video on a bit of mental health. Shorty's gone through a few struggles as well. Sometimes that's current. Ebbs and flows. But yeah, bro, feel free to reach out to a mate, or if you want to chuck me a little message, feel free, bro. But I'm absolutely pleased that you're around the stream and we can have a bit of a chat, mate. Ashton, Neil, or Brayshaw in the mid? I'd go Brayshaw. Not really super keen on either, but I would go him. Jonas, Shorty, the stash man playing the role as an American motorcycle cop dressed in leathers with a hole cut out of the back. That's fucking wild, bro. Anthony, is Andy Brayshaw, Will Day, Bailey Smith, and Harley Reid a strong mid? Yeah, it definitely is. Probably could swing Bailey Smith to the forward line. Harley Reid, I don't see him exploding to the extent that we need. I think he'll nudge 95 to 100, but he's going to get tagged a lot in that West Coast midfield. I just think around a similar price, like you look at an Ashcroft or even a Chera, shouldn't get as much attention and are every chance to go better, I think. G Money, is teaching not paying the bill, Shorty, just assuming you are doing some freelance mime work on the side with that shirt? Oh, you know what? I bloody wore this to work today. I thought, I'm sure he's feeling fresh, But the shirt's copped it. The shirt has copped it. Tell you what, at school today, someone was like, "Oh, sir, I think you've got sauce in your mustache." And then I was like, "Oh, I think it's just a bit ginger." And I was like, bro, I don't want any ginger stuff coming through my fucking mustache, man. Let's go. Luke, do you reckon you'll go to the Cats v Dons on Tuesday night? Yes, mate, I'll be there. I will be there. How about you? Ashton, what are your thoughts on Wayne Miller? Oh, I just can't see us doing it. Look, if he comes out and has a couple of really good practice matches, it's probably worth the risk. But they've got quite a few halfback flank options now, and he's just consistently getting let down with the body. So I'd be stunned if we went with him. He'd have to bang the door down. Magpies worth having Will Ashcroft M4. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Like M4, it just depends on your structure, but Will Ashcroft as a general rule, love it. Love it a lot. Dreezy, for all the games, Callahan was named in the mid 50%. Over that, he averaged 93 or 92. Yeah, that's a good stat, mate. That's good. And I think we're going to get more of that. I think 50% will be a regular week-to-week thing, plus a bit of natural improvement. I can see him averaging 100. Where are we? Just scroll to the bottom. Jack, thoughts on Mason Cox Coleman? Jack's just loving a bit of the Mason Cox work. He really is. Magpies, best 99K rookie, any line? None have really shown their worth yet, but Ben Jepson at Gold Coast, I feel like maybe there's a spot on him for a wing. I'm not sure, but it really fantastic numbers at VFL level. So he's probably the only one that I know. Jonas, the rank pig string has done 6 hammies or setbacks from hammies since he was drafted, not even the same league as the horny one. Yeah, look, I'll wear you that one on the body, but we've seen guys before overcome this sort of stuff. Look at Max Gawn, like there's other examples as well of guys who have been injury prone early in their careers and then they just get it right. Granted, hamstrings are concerning, but I'm backing him in. Absolutely. G Money, Jepson. There we go. We're on the same page, mate. Jepson as well. Good call. Luke, Will Brodie played only like a quarter in the All-Stars game. Yeah, well, there you go. Probably fringe at best, and we'd need him to be more than that. Tiger Rewald, thoughts on Rosie? Shorty averaged 108 last year or the year before last. Green going down has thrown me through a loop. Could go down to Ashcroft or Cherrett as well. I just don't feel like Rosie. I feel like almost 108 is almost his top. I don't know if that's enough. Oh, it's pretty good, but back then it was the Butters and Rosie show. I think Rosie's number 3 now. I think Horn Francis will go past him. It's not going to affect him drastically, but I see Rosie as more of a just your either side of 105 guy. I don't know if he's a 110er, which we probably need him to be. Josh, Shorty, any truth to the rumors you're a Peggy Sue? No judgment. Peggy Sue. Mate, I don't know what I've stepped into there, bro, but you're going to have to bloody clarify that. Jackson, thoughts on Daniel Curtin? Yeah, he's a definite watch on the radar. Would prefer to see him halfback or the middle. I've been hearing he might play forward. We just have to find out more in the practice games. Galaxy, I'm off short staff. Have a good night and a good week. Thank you, mate. You too. Appreciate you dropping in. Also, keep an eye on Ed Richards for me. I reckon he's the real deal. Okay, I will, mate. Thank you. Appreciate all your comments, man. Good to see you. Magpies, did you see the Don Brew didn't get a spot? Yeah, yes, I know. I just heard that before. Jeez, it felt like with the preseason, a reasonable quarter or so. It just felt like he might have, but no, that's disappointing. It would have been a great story to see him, but yeah. Galaxy, lol, I grew out of the mo over summer too, and it is ginger too for some reason. Yeah, it's like, is my mo ginger because of the sun? Because I don't feel like it did this through winter. Man, someone give me some mustache advice. Do I have to tint this bad boy or what's going on? Magpies, reckon you're a chance for 5K subs before opening round? Yeah, half a chance, mate. Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. It's always the peak time. I want to hit 5. That was sort of my goal this preseason, like hit 5K. The TikTok's going crazy. Like we're over 5K already. There's such a market for that, but we still love our YouTube community, mate. That's where the heart is, Galaxy, so I had to get rid of it. Yes, the Mo. Gosh. Jordan, thoughts on Jordan Clark? Pretty reliable. I think you're probably paying about where he's at. I don't know if he's got that too much more room to move, but I think he's very reliable. Luke, yeah, I'm almost certain I'll be at the game, which will be good. Nice, mate. Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be great to get back to it. Abe, do you reckon, or do you think Tim Taranto would be a good pick. No, I don't. He just doesn't use the ball well enough, and he's a very talented ball winner, but he butchers the footy. He really does. I think he's a hard watch for SuperCoach because we take into consideration the efficiency. So, happy to pass on him. Probably more of an AFL fantasy option. Luke, come a long way with students calling you sir. How often does that happen? Yeah. No, I'd prefer they just call me Daniel, but they often do. Like, I don't know if it's a weird respect thing, but they'll be like, "Oh, sir, sir." I'm like, just call me Daniel, like, but it's pretty funny. Mulga, thoughts on Sid Draper? Yeah, if he can work his way into the best 22, which I think he's every chance, he'll be definitely one of the more popular selections. So, yeah, hopefully he has a good practice game or two and works his way in. James, thoughts on starting Brent Daniels or Jesse Hogan? Nah, not for me. I don't really see any need to do that in the forward line. We've got so many good options forward, so I just feel like they're too risky. Ashton, do you reckon Ben Payton or Patton? I still don't quite know which one it is. And Jepson will get game time. More so on Patton. I think he's more of a chance. Jepson, clearly we have to wait and see. I do think Benny Patton is wouldn't say a lock, but I think he'll play opening round. Abe, thoughts on Tim Taranto? Yeah, we touched on that before. Bit of a butcher. Happy to pass. Anthony, do I get Toby Green? No. Again, much rinse and repeat on the forward options. Too many good forward options, particularly around the mid price, to go Toby Green. Definitely no need. Ashton, thoughts on Peatling and Sheldrick? Yeah, they're good. I like that, particularly Peatling. I feel like he's a lock. Looks as if he's getting that mid roll at Adelaide. And Sheldrick, bit of a hype guy through preseason, so hopefully can crack into best 22. And if he does, he's already scored some 80-plus scores at AFL level. So, yeah, I think he's a really bit of a smoky for a good rookie pick. G Money, got to take off, mate. Have a good week, and thanks for all you do for us with all the SuperCoach bids. Take care. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Thanks for joining in, mate. It's good to see those names popping up again. Got the regulars, which we love to see. So, yeah, have a good week, mate. Thanks. Tiger Rewalt, Snorty. I don't know if I should get a donut to loophole to start the season or just go captain round one and loophole for the next 3 as there are buy rounds. Yeah, don't go the donut. No need. You sacrifice a potential moneymaker, and by round 2 or 3 or 4, like you said, there's buys. But unfortunately, there'll be a rookie that falls out of favour that we just have sitting on our bench soon enough. So, there's no need to orchestrate a zero. It'll happen, unfortunately, itself. Magpies apparently Connor Stone taking Perryman role has forward status. Yeah, I heard he's been training down back. So, yeah, he's currently on my forward bench. I think he's a good option. Thanks for that, mate. Luke, I don't like the Dogs for not giving any of those VFL players a list spot. Yeah, look, it's a hard one out there, isn't it? I mean, I suppose they're entitled to give it to whoever they'd like. It's a bit of a hard luck story. It's disappointing, but I don't know who they did give it to or if they've still held on to it for maybe a mid-season one, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works if you have to fill it out by now. JRD, I'm thinking Meek or Cameron at R2. I prefer Meek. I think of the two, if you're going with them, they've got to reach 110. And I think Meek's a better chance at that. Jake, best choice from Sydney? Definitely Callum Mills. Probably Mills or Sheldrick, I think, for SuperCoach. Thanks for the question, mate. Mr. Kiev, Riley Thilthorpe, 65-goal season incoming. Wow, that's naughty. Look, I think Sam Darcy could push well beyond 50 as well, but that's a big call. I like big calls. Hoodie T, Shorts, thoughts on Mitch Nevitt? Good to see you, mate. I just can't see it happening for him. I think our midfield's too strong, and I know he's been a bit of a hype guy through preseason, but just don't know if I'm not sure I'm about it. But yeah, it's a watch and see. My gut feel is no, but we will find out pretty soon, won't we? Jonas, over 5K, Shorty, getting any TikTok tasties? Don't really know what that means, but it sounds dangerous. Magpies, Kitty Coleman out until about round 4. Yeah, 100%. So he'll be a nice semi-downgrade / sideways, hopefully. Hopefully he can help us out throughout the season. How many mid-prices? Oh, let me tell you. So mid-prices. I've got 3 premiums down back, 1 mid-pricer. This is where we get funky. My midfield at the moment. Luke Davies-Uniacke, premium. Will Day, I think he'll be a premium, risky. Clayton Oliver, Will Ashcroft, Finn Callahan, James Peatonling. Shorty's feeling a little crazy. 1 mid-pricer in the ruck, Matty Flynn, and a primo. 2 primos in the forward line, Horn Francis and Rankin. And then I rounded out with 4 mid-prices. So I am trying to make a bit of a different team. I've been doing SuperCoach for a while. Feel like I do similar to most and just fall behind the pack. So I'm trying to do something different. Jonas Stringer is taking Tom Green's spot in the middle to start the year. Could be a weapon first few weeks. Jeez, he'll jump in there and push forward. Don't think we'll be seeing too much mid-time around the ground from Jakey Boy, but I think he'll be a good option for the Giants. I think he'll go all right. Luke, how's work going? Shorty, busy, I bet. Yeah, it's busy. Today was a bit of a day, mate. Not. It was busy. Yeah, it was busy. I was gassed after today. So yeah, nice to do this and just talk some footy because I was just like, that was a day. You know, you just from like 9 o'clock, it's just go. Like super rewarding job. Like I love the job, but it takes it out of you sometimes. But yeah, thanks for asking, man. Emerald, great to have you back in the studio, Daniel. Thank you, mate. I know many fans love the car stream, but me personally love to see you in the studio. My family's fave time of the week is sitting around the TV watching you. Bro, is that serious? Because if that's serious, that's made my night. Regardless, I appreciate the comment. Thank you, mate. It's very kind. And yeah, the car stream was something else. It was necessary. The bloody internet just shot me to pieces. But Liam, Shorty, please tell me you're watching maths right now. It's popping off. Well, I'm not, mate. I'm right here, bro. But I will be. We got about 10 minutes left. It's been a busy week. I've fallen behind on maths, mate. But my housemate will probably bring me up to speed. But yeah, Emerald, give a shout out to my kids, Missy and Ricardo. Shout out to you guys, mate. Hope you guys are having a good night. Josh, thoughts on Colby McKercher? Yeah, good question. I love the class. Like, he was silky in the intra club. I just don't know if I love the role. And I don't know what the role is. Like, he's playing a bit half forward, pushing up, but he links up so nicely. I want a bit more clarity on the role. I think I want to see it in a practice game against opposition and just have a closer look. But he's a definite tempter. Luke, see you, Shorty. Have a great rest of your night. See you next week, maybe even at the Cats game. Definitely, mate. Thanks for popping in. He also said Dogs probably want to use that list spot from mid-season draft. Fair, mate. Nah, thanks for your questions, mate. You have a good week as well. I'll talk to you soon. JRD, Darcy would be averaged 110 last year if he didn't have an 18 and a 50. Are we talking about Sean Darcy there? Not sure. Maybe clarify that one. James, thoughts on Justin Kazitsky or Jack Anthony as F1? Shit. Oh, boy. Zed, who can fill out the rookie spots in defense D5 through to the bench? Yeah, I think James Leake. I think Connor O'Sullivan. Bo Allen in the mix. Ben Payton, Jed Buslinger would be options. Sardell Hooley, feel like he's on the fringe, but maybe worth a shout. That young Saint Travalia or whatever his name is, worth a shout as well. Hoodie T, I just don't want to miss out on another Ollie Dempsey. Don't know what that was in reference to, but we do love Ollie Dempsey. Ashton, thank you, Shorty. Keep it up. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for your comments. We will probably wind it up about 9, I reckon. So hopefully I can catch up on these questions. But yeah, hopefully I've got to you or something you're thinking about. But yeah, we'll go for about 5 or 10 more minutes. Magpies, experiment with Mills for a month. If not performing well, switch to Kitty Coleman. Yeah, I think that's a fair play, but pretty confident in Mills. I think he'll be a very good option. Could even be a keeper. Disco review. Oh, it's a hard one to review all at once, but looks pretty good. I mean, you've got Coleman in the side, so he's obviously got to go because he's injured. Al Hooley, I'm not sure if he's best 22, but we'll find out. And I like the structure in the midfield. Like, it's different to mine, but I like it. I'd probably go Tom DeConning over Gawn, but maybe you're waiting to see what Pitnet does. So yeah, up to you really. But the main change is obviously Coleman. He's not going to play at the start of the season, but otherwise looking good. Tiger Rewalt, thoughts on Jaden Short? Had him until I heard the news about DeConning might play cheeky ruck minutes, but should I go back to Short if that is all speculation? I think Short's probably a early to mid 90s operator. I think. Don't know if that's enough. He's not someone that I'm locking, but I just don't know if he's going to get back to those high 90s. That was in a really good Richmond team for the most part. Don't know if they're going to get smashed and he's more of a receiving type player. Don't know. But then you could say he'll get more kickouts. I don't know. But yeah, probably not for me, but he's worth a watch. Connor, do you think Flynn will play and be solo ruck? I think I'm pretty optimistic on Flynn, yeah. I think it'll be probably more like a 70-30 with Williams. I think they want Bailey Williams to be forward, but I do think they'll play them both in the same side. But I think Flynn will get enough ruck time. But we'll learn more through the practice games. James, thoughts on 3 primo rucks and Sam DeConning and a ruck option for the flex? I'm going a cash cow option in the flex. That's just the way I've gone about it. But yeah, I've seen a few people do that. Not my approach, but I think it is a popular approach as well. Jonas, if only Jay Short could grab the ball like he used to. Lincoln, rough day then, Shorty. Relax and talk footy. By the way, primary or secondary? Yeah, no, thanks, mate. That's it. Secondary for me. In the wellbeing team. So not necessarily teaching, but just in the wellbeing team for me. So yeah, had a few curveballs thrown at me today, but we're looking forward. We'll get back into it tomorrow. We'll be right. Jake, hoping Carlton play Jagger against Richmond in round 1. Definitely a good opportunity for it. Oh, mate, he'll be there. He will be there. He'll be the number 1 scoring rookie. No doubt. He's a gun. Sebastian, Max Holmes, lock. Yeah, he's in my team. Hasn't left it. Good option down back. I'm excited about him. Fish, thoughts on the Suns? Well, they've just got to come good, don't they? Like, the pressure's on. That they've got to play finals, don't they? I think that's the bare minimum. So, I think they've got the tools, but it's very competitive. I think I did my ladder, and I think I had them 8th. Very competitive through that middle patch. Hoodie, reference to the Mitchell Nevitt. Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, slightly different player. He's a bit more inside. Dempsey's a bit more your forward, wing craft. But yeah, fair. JRD, Cameron would be average 110 if he didn't. Oh, sorry, Cameron. Right. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, it's fair. I'd prefer others, but that's a valid point. Yeah, that's fair. Josh, we're back, baby. Bring on 2025. Good to see you, mate. We love it. Menza, thoughts on Shonmaker for the Saints? Don't think he's not for me. I don't think he wins enough for the footy. When he gets it, he's a nice user and that, but I think Wanganeen Miller and Sinclair, even Wilkie sometimes mops up a lot. So I think he'll be a good, maybe slight improver, but I don't think he's one that I will start. Lewis, Jordan Dawson pod or role is too questionable with so many kids. I'm happy to play around him. Yeah, it's a bit too much. I like some certainty with my premiums. And I think he had that career best year where he averaged 116. I'd probably see him more between 105, 110. Like, I think he'll be better. But if I had to put a number on, I'd be like, 106, 105. So yeah, I'd pass. Connor, my whole team structure changes if Flynn is ready to go. Me too. Like, if he's not there, I've got to go Jackson or someone. I've got to chop and change. So, yeah, a lot rides on Flynn. I'm with you there. Justice Sanger, McRae and Jack Steele going to run amok, in my opinion. Some easy points. Yeah, definitely McRae. I haven't considered Steele, I must admit. but he's treated us well in the past. Not as well recently. Been a bit of a frustrating one. Josh, would you rather have Sheasel, Richards, or Bont and Short? Yeah, Sheasel and Richards for me, definitely. Hoodie, my Dockers to beat your Cats in round 1 at GMHBA. That is going to be a big game. I'm backing us in though, mate. I'm backing us in, but it's a big game. Luke, he's back. Shorty, I'm back with one last question I want to ask. What are your thoughts on the Couch team this season? Nah, I don't like it. I do not like it, mate. I'm not a big Jack Rewalt fan, and I'm not a massive Nathan Buckley fan. I love John O'Brien, but no, I think I'll be tuning into 360 a bit more. I'll give him a chance, but I don't know. JRD, working in a wellbeing team at a school is hard yakka. Got to love the risk assessment. Yeah. Have you done a bit of it too? Have you, mate, or something similar? Yeah, it takes all comers, someone will be crying because a bit of bullying, slightly lower level, and then you'll have the more risk assessment sort of stuff, the more real shit. But Braden, Powell, Pepper, Liam Henry, Taylor Adams, James Jordan for my draft team. Interesting. Of those guys, I'd probably go Liam Henry, to be honest. Jordan more defensively minded. Don't even know how much footy Adams and Powell Pepper will play. I'll probably go Henry. Anthony, don't know if I should keep Josh Weddle. I thought he looked okay in the pracky. I probably wouldn't go him. I don't think he's got enough certainty around the role. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't. But he's a bit of an interesting option, isn't he? Plays a bit everywhere. Fabled or Fabled even. I've butchered that. I really want blokes like Holmes, Whitfield and Day, but want to avoid as many of those early buys as possible. Would you prioritise getting them later after buy or just get them now? Well, speaking from how I've approached it, I'd get them now. Obviously balance it out. But guys with the buy, they're not sworn off from. It's not the end of the world. It's best 18, remember. And we've got the flex now as well. So you've got 23 scorers and it's best 18. So unless you go crazy on these buys, we should, with a balanced structure, we should be okay. So, yeah, I've got Holmes, I've got Day. Yeah, because it pissed me off if I didn't pick them just because of a buy. And then they go nuts. I'm like, I knew it, but I didn't go because of the buy. So, yeah, I'm going them. Tiger Rewalt, how dare you say that about the King Jack? Do you see my name? I know, I saw it, mate. Look, great football. I love watching him play footy, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, mate. I don't know if he's ready to just lead the Couch team. I don't know. Josh, look too hard on the buy. Definitely a consistent premium. Lock him in. Yeah, that's right. Best 18, 100%. Might do the last couple here. Josh Martin, Liam Henry has been injured for the whole off season. Oh, is he 6 weeks away? I did not realise that. Yeah, okay. I thought I heard that he was. Yeah, must have missed that. Thanks, Josh. Disco, thoughts on Mac, the $1 million man, Andrew? Yeah, he's a bit of a sleeper. I don't think he wins enough easy ball, but his numbers will go up. He'll average more than he did last year if he settles down back. Probably one of the best interceptors in the game. But yeah, don't know if he finds enough of the footy to be a primo just yet. Luke, how often do people come in to you about someone passing in their family, Shorty? Also, do you think Lee Matthews for on the Couch team? Well, I wasn't really thinking about Lee Matthews because he's not even on Fox, but wouldn't mind him. I feel like he's more of that special comments guy, but yeah, not leading the show. And not super, probably every 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know. Unfortunately, someone's nan died on the weekend, so really upset and that. But yeah, so it does happen, but not it's a bit of a mixed bag of what we get, I think, sometimes. Well, yeah, it's 9 on the dot, and we've caught up with the questions. So thanks, guys. Look, really appreciate it. For most of this stream, it's been 40 or even 50 people watching. So, yeah, thanks heaps for tuning in. Trying to keep this a consistent time slot so you guys sort of know when it's on. I try to mention it in the videos, but yeah, 7 o'clock on TikTok every Wednesday, unless I've got something unusually on, and about 7:45 on YouTube. So, see you, Tiger. See you, mate. So yeah, that'll be the general vibe. We'll keep trying to put out videos every probably 3 days is about what's achievable for me at the moment. Hopefully every 2 or 3, getting closer to the season. But yeah, I'm also been doing a few more YouTube shorts because I just do them on TikTok. Easy to just do them on both platforms as well. So if you haven't checked those out, give them a look. But yeah, Uncle Akka, see you later, mate. I think it was you who mentioned something in the comments about another cone. That did make me laugh. But cool, guys. Thanks heaps for all your questions and comments. Really appreciate it. I'm about to smash a Milo and hit the couch. I reckon I've been hanging out for the couch since about 1 o'clock. But it's good chatting with you guys. I do appreciate all the comments, and it's nice to just talk a bit of footy and just relax and chill. So yeah, Makaza, when you're sharing some SuperCoach codes, yes, on the weekend I will make some videos and give you some times and dates as to when I'll release them. Yeah, good call. Mac, TRS Primary just called into year 1, going to be cooked. TRS Primary just called into. Yeah, right. Okay, shit. That's going to be cooked by 3. Fuck. Well, all the best, mate. Jeez. Are you working there or Michael, in an 8-man SuperCoach draft with captains, who would you be looking at? Picks 7 and 8, assuming. Oh yeah, it's tough to know how those things sort of fall. Bont, Sheasel. Probably at that point, Sarong, probably, if he's still around. Maybe a Sarong, maybe a Heaney, maybe a Luke Davies-Uniacke, but you might be able to get him later. Or you could go early on a Horn Francis and just lock them in. I think if Cherry's gone by that point, normally tips the scales into a bit of a run of rucks. So I'd probably, if Cherry goes, I'd try and get Gawn or DeConning, or you end up with like a mid sort of ruck. But Ian, not in my team at the moment, but I like Perryman as a pod. Yeah, probably needs to show me something, I think, but he's got talent. Just want to see that role at Collingwood. But anyway, guys, I'll wrap it up there. Thanks for all your questions. We'll do it all again next week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.